In a blink of an eye, humanity journeyed from the age of mainframes, where computers filled entire rooms, to the era of artificial intelligence, where machine learning algorithms fit snugly in our pockets. This journey, this leap into the digital realm, was not an overnight phenomenon. It was an evolution, a progression that spanned decades, intricately woven into the fabric of society as we know it today. This odyssey began in the mid-20th century, a time that saw a remarkable revolution in the field of technology. These were the formative years, the stepping stones that led us to the world of artificial intelligence and machine learning. The 50s and 60s marked the beginning of this evolution. This was the time of the mainframes, colossal, awe-inspiring machines that occupied entire rooms and consumed massive amounts of power. These gigantic technological wonders were the flag bearers of the new age, an age that was defined by the rapid advancements in information technology. IBM was one such company that paved the way for this revolution. They were pioneers, innovators who weren't afraid to think big and dream even bigger. Their groundbreaking systems, like the IBM 7090, not only revolutionized the industry, but also made landmark contributions to some of the most noteworthy achievements of mankind. The IBM 7090, for instance, played a pivotal role in NASA's mission to land the first man on the moon. It was the technological behemoth that powered the calculations and simulations that made this monumental achievement possible. It was a glimpse into the future, a symbol of what humanity could achieve when it dared to dream and innovate. And now, we find ourselves in an era where the power of such mainframes fits snugly in our pockets. Let's embark on this odyssey through time, tracing the footsteps of information technology as it evolved, decade by decade. The 50s and 60s were the dawn of this new age. This was the era of mainframes, gigantic machines that consumed vast amounts of power and space. Companies like IBM were at the forefront, developing systems like the IBM 7090, which helped NASA put the first man on the moon. As we moved into the 70s, the microprocessor revolution began. However, it is essential to understand what led to this game-changing moment. A little history. The concept of computing began with massive, room-sized machines that could only perform rudimentary calculations. The 50s and 60s witnessed the advent of the transistor, which allowed for the miniaturization and increased efficiency of these colossal machines. However, it wasn't until the 70s that the true potential of miniaturized computing came to light. The 70s were a time of remarkable technological innovation and advancement. As the world grappled with space exploration, new forms of communication, and rapidly evolving societal norms, technology took center stage. In the midst of these developments, a groundbreaking was quietly taking place: the creation of the microprocessor. This transformative innovation was just as much a revolution as it was an evolution of previous technology. Indeed, the microprocessor didn't just shrink the size of computers, it reshaped our entire understanding of what computers could be and do. It transformed them from hulking, inaccessible machines into accessible tools that could fit in the palm of your hand. The Intel 4004, released in 1971, was a significant harbinger of the changes to come. Yet it was more than just a microprocessor, it was the first commercially available microprocessor. The Intel 4004 embodied this new era of computing, setting the stage for an explosion of innovation and the personal computer revolution. However, the importance of the Intel 4004 cannot be understated. It was not just a groundbreaking piece of technology, but a blueprint. It laid the groundwork for the personal computer revolution that was about to unfold. It was the first domino in a chain of events that would forever change the way we use and perceive technology. The 80s heralded the birth of the personal computer, a decade that would forever change the course of human history. This era marked the transition from giant machines that were used exclusively by corporations and academic institutions to smaller, more accessible devices that could fit into our homes and offices. The revolution truly underway, and it was unstoppable. In the forefront of this seismic shift in technology was the International Business Machines Corporation, more commonly known as IBM. In 1981, they introduced the world to IBM PC, a moment that would forever be embedded in the annals of history as a watershed moment. This was no ordinary gadget. The IBM PC was a veritable game changer. It brought about a paradigm taking computing, which until then was the exclusive preserve of large corporations and universities, and making it a household phenomenon. IBM's innovation was not just in design or engineering, but in its democratization of technology. It was a bold move that changed the narrative and brought computing power into the grasp of ordinary people. It heralded a new era where the personal computer was no longer a distant dream but a tangible reality. Following closely on IBM's trail was Apple Inc., a company that was a relative newcomer to the tech scene. 1984, they launched the Apple Macintosh, a machine that further revolutionized the personal computing experience. The Macintosh added a graphical user interface to the equation. This important feature made computers even more user-friendly, opening up the world of computing to a wider audience. The introduction of the graphical user interface turned the complex and often intimidating world of computing into something that was visually engaging and interactive. It was another giant leap in the continued evolution of the personal computer. The technology was becoming less of a tool and more of a companion. Apple's Macintosh, launched in 1984, added a graphical user interface, making computers even more user-friendly. The 90s saw the rise of the internet, connecting computers across the globe. This unique period of technological revolution has gone down in history as the era that started a new chapter in human communication and information dissemination. As the internet became more prevalent, a special innovation known as the World Wide Web came into existence. This revolutionary technology was born in the year 1991. A time when the world was steadily transitioning into a new digital era. Before the World Wide Web, the internet was a complex and intricate system limited to the use of academics, researchers, and technology experts. It was a niche tool that was, at the time, far from being accessible or user-friendly to the masses. However, that all changed in 1991. The creation of the World Wide Web revolutionized the way we perceive and utilize the internet. It was no longer a tool shrouded in complexity, but instead became a global phenomenon that was accessible to everyone. This newfound accessibility of information and communication transformed everything. It changed how we work by allowing real-time collaboration over long distances and providing instant access to a plethora of information that was once difficult to obtain. It changed how we learn by making more accessible through online courses, digital libraries, and interactive learning platforms. It even changed how we interact by creating a new form of social interaction through social media platforms, online forums, and virtual meetings. In essence, the World Wide Web brought about a new age of information and communication. Today, we take these conveniences for granted, but it's important to remember that all of this was made possible by the rise of the internet in the 90s. It brought about a new age of information and communication, changing the way we work, learn, and interact. And as the new millennium dawned, mobile technology began to take center stage, dramatically altering the way we communicate, work, and play. This burgeoning industry was catalyzed by several key developments, the first of which was the launch of the Simon Personal Communicator in 1992. This curious device, though rudimentary by today's standards, was the earliest representation of what eventually come to be known as a smartphone. The Simon Personal Communicator was an intriguing blend of a regular cell phone and a PDA, personal digital assistant, possessing functionalities that surpassed those of traditional cellular phones of the time. It could make and receive calls, send faxes and emails, and even had a built-in calendar and address book. Yet despite its innovative design and features, the Simon Personal Communicator was ahead of its time and failed to achieve mainstream success. In the 15 years that followed the launch of the Simon Personal Communicator, the mobile technology industry witnessed several to marry the functionalities of a phone and a PDA into one cohesive device. However, none of these attempts were able to make a significant impact on the market or change the way we perceive mobile devices. Then, in 2007, Apple Inc. released their first iteration of the iPhone, a device that would redefine the mobile technology landscape forever. What set the iPhone apart from its predecessors was its seamless integration of communication, entertainment, and productivity features into a singular, compact device. The iPhone, with its groundbreaking user interface and sleek design, triggered an unprecedented demand for smartphones, catapulting the mobile technology industry into a new era. In the years that followed, the iPhone's success encouraged other tech giants to develop and launch their own smartphones, leading to the diverse and highly competitive market we see today. It's safe to say that the introduction of Apple's iPhone in 2007 truly ushered in the era of smartphones, combining communication, entertainment, and productivity into a single device that fits in our pockets. Today, we stand on the brink of another transformative era, the age of artificial intelligence. We find ourselves in an unparalleled moment in history, with the dawn of a new epoch that promises to change everything we know. And this epoch is not just about our smartphones becoming smarter or robots replacing human labor. Rather, it's the pulse of an entirely new order of a digital renaissance that is setting the stage for an unprecedented metamorphosis in human civilization. Artificial intelligence, or AI as we commonly know it, is not just that has sprung from the pages of sci-fi novels. It's here, it's real, and it's permeating every aspect of our lives. It's transforming our homes, workplaces, and cities into digitally charged ecosystems, where the physical and digital worlds interact seamlessly. From driverless cars that navigate city traffic with personalized recommendations that anticipate our needs before we do, AI is becoming an integral part of our daily lives. It is the invisible hand behind our voice assistants who understand our language and emotions, and force-driving predictive analytics that make our lives easier, safer, and more efficient. In this grand scheme of things, artificial intelligence is not just an incremental upgrade existing systems, but a radical overhaul. It's reshaping entire industries, driving innovation, and creating new possibilities that were unthinkable just a few years ago. The AI era is not a distant future, it's here, and it's pushing the boundaries of what we can imagine, redefining possibilities. Our journey, from the earliest mainframes to the cutting-edge AI programs we see today, acts as a powerful testament to the rapid pace of technological development. It's a tale that unfolds across generations, a narrative that underscores the incredible speed with which we've seen changes. It's a journey that's as enthralling as it is instructive, revealing both the evolution of technology and the human capacity for innovation. Starting with colossal mainframes that filled entire rooms, we've arrived at the age of artificial intelligence, where machines can learn, adapt, and mimic human behavior. This evolution didn't occur overnight, but it's been an awe-inspiring transformation to witness. The mainframes of yesteryears were impressive for their time, but they were behemoths by today's standards. Now we hold in our hands devices with computational capabilities that would make those early machines shudder. However, the journey from mainframes to AI wasn't just about making machines smaller and smarter. It was, and still is, a testament to human ingenuity. It's about the creators, the innovators, and the pioneers who continually pushed boundaries. It's about the relentless pursuit of knowledge, of innovation, and of progress. It's about the passion and determination to break the limits of what we know and to redefine what we can achieve. As we stand on the precipice of a new era, the world as we know it is forever changed. Our technologies are increasingly integrated into our lives, weaving a complex tapestry of human-machine interaction that is only set to deepen. We have become inseparable from our technological creations, and it's a bond that will only intensify as we build the future. And now, as we stand on the cusp of another major shift, we can't help but wonder what the future holds. Crossing the threshold into a new era, we're left in anticipation, our minds teeming with possibilities. What will the next step be? What will the next breakthrough bring? How will the story of information technology continue to unfold? One can only wonder what the next chapter in the story of information technology will hold.